And so here are the nominees for the 2022 Roberto Clemente Award. Sean Casey, you were nominated back, you said 2005. Curtis Granderson is here with us as well. Curtis, you won it in 2016. But Curtis, I'm going to go to you first as we first look at the American League and then the National League. Just what were your thoughts when you found out you were nominated?
Oh, that was an honor and a privilege just to even be nominated and recognized in front of your home city. And so watching some of these players that are on this list, and you see them like Miguel Cabrera. That's what I had my first nomination was with the Detroit Tigers. So to see his name on that list, he's somebody that's definitely well deserving of it. But everybody on that list, it just shows that they're more than just baseball players. They realize that somebody helped them get to where they are, and they're trying to help other people get there where they want to be.
Grandy, man, I played with him in 2006, 2007 franchise, one of the best teammates, best dudes this game's ever seen, bar none. But, dude, I saw what you did. I saw the impact that you had everywhere you played, whether it was here in New York or it was at Detroit, wherever you were at, you always had an impact. And winning that Roberto Clemente Award, so did he had a big impact. Talk about that, man. Where does that come from for Curtis Granderson to keep having an impact with people?
For me, it's mom and dad. First and simple. And you met both my parents. So
Your dad came to wrestling with us.
Oh, that's it. So he is a wrestling fan, but he's not going to wrestle the people, though. He's going to definitely be out there helping support to get the 1, 2, 3. But one of the things that they did, and I didn't realize it was called giving back. I didn't realize it was called being humanitarian, but they always invited people over. Hey, you make sure you take a plate home. If I had outgrown clothes, both my parents were teachers, they would take them, bring them to school for kids that needed them. So I was around it from day one, but I didn't realize that was giving back. So I just thought that's what you do. And I started seeing that. Now I got in a position, I'm playing with guys like Casey, Miguel Cabrera, and we're on this big platform where we can do that on a bigger scale and start to really impact so many different individuals. And that's where it all came from.
One of the things, too, Curtis, I mean, you were heavily involved in is the Players Alliance. And I love when it got started right around the pandemic, right when we were in the COVID pandemic. But it was basically an opportunity to basically just collect gear for kids who didn't actually have the money to go out and spend and buy the great gloves and the bats and all the hats and clothes. And you started that along with some other players, and now it's grown into something that is huge.
You time that in with what today means. Roberto Clemente has a famous quote. He says, if you have an opportunity to help somebody and you don't do it, then you've wasted that opportunity. In 2020, everything was shut down. People were in need for so many different things. Food, COVID supplies, baseball equipment just happened to be some of those things that could keep people sane and get them moving forward. The Players Alliance, with our cross-country pull-up neighbor tour, were able to try to help those in need in all the different markets that we played in and call home for 6 to 8 months out of the year. So we were following in that legacy. Again, we weren't trying to be humanitarians. We just felt there's something that you need to do, and at this time there's a lot of people in need, so let's go out there and help them as best we can.
Grandy, how about for you? This is your first time back at Citi Field, I believe, since you played here for the Mets. What was it like playing here at Citi Field and in front of both really New York crowds, New York City in general?
It's amazing when you think of New York as a sports mecca. It truly is. I've traveled all over the world, and when you go out there, they may not know baseball, but they know the Yankees and the Mets, and it's amazing. I don't know what it is, but I've seen them in shows. I've seen them in movies. See my hat? I got a Mets hat or a Yankees hat on. So for that and to be a part of it on both sides has been awesome. And I'm so excited to be back here because, as you mentioned, my last time here was as a Marlin against the Mets in 2019. And then the world shut down in 2020, and I haven't had a chance to get back. And to come back on the 50th anniversary of Roberto Clemente here, while the Mets are playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, I mean, it's an awesome time to be back.
Well, what's it been like for you to see all of the former award winners here collectively? I mean, because I'm sure it's been a while since you see most of these guys.
It's been a while, and some I've never seen at all, so it's a first time meeting. Something like Dave Stewart, I'd never met him before, but I played with him on the video games when I was growing up. Dave was my guy. I'm bringing him in to strike somebody out. So now I'm meeting these individuals and realizing that as great as they were as players, they were even better human beings and better to the people around them. And it's just so awesome, just enjoying the time. We're helping out, giving out food to communities across the world, not just the U.S., but the world, which is what Roberto was doing. And I'm just talking to a bunch of great players.
All right, now you're holding a microphone for a living as well, doing a great job on MLB on TBS. You enjoy doing TV? You learn anything from this guy over here?
I
Just go
watch
crazy?
Yeah, I watch you. I watch the energy you all bring. And Lauren Chahadi,
Yeah,
she brings a
Lauren's-
ton of it. And that's the one thing I always want to do. Our game can have its ups and its downs. But if you bring that energy to the table, then the crowd at home is watching. I'm interested in that. What are they going to say next? What are they going to bring me next? So for you two both being mentors to me, whether you knew it or not, I'm watching and taking notes. And then you bring Lauren over there, and she's just great.
She's the best.
She's the quarterback, and she leads us, and we just follow suit and go. Now we got Ernie Johnson, and I got two great players with Jimmy Rollins and Pedro Martinez. It's a ton of fun, and I get to talk about baseball.
It's the best job ever, right?
It's
no
awesome.
stress to get the big hit with the bases loaded.
I just sit there and talk about it. I got me a little popcorn, and I get a chance to enjoy it.
We're going to let you enjoy the rest of the evening as well with all these former great Major League players on Roberto Clemente Day. But thanks for spending a little time with us.
Thank you for having me. It's
Thanks,
always
Randy.
good to be with you
Great
both.
to have
Randy,
you,
man.
Great to see you.
One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.